Hey guys, and welcome to Let's Play The Sims Medieval Pirates and Nobles Part 1. I am Sweet Nightingale, and this is my new Sims Medieval series. I have actually done a Sims Medieval before on my channel, but unfortunately I wasn't able to finish the series because something went wrong with my game, and I ended up losing all my saves and stuff, so I wasn't able to finish the original series that I started. I was doing or still am, I guess. I am doing a Sims Medieval series over at Press Start Save Point, which is a gaming network that that I was on, and I think they may be having some issues or something because I've not uploaded anything from anyone in quite a while, and I still owe them like 5 parts to the series that I'm doing over there. But since nothing's been uploaded, I thought I'd just go ahead and start a new series over here on my own channel. And then when they, get to uploading again, then I will go ahead and continue what I have over there. But anyway, so I'll go ahead and start a new series over here on my own channel because I know some of you really like The Sims Medieval and that. And now the old series that I did, I ended up just taking down off my channel because some of the videos I had to remove anyway because of the, I let the music play too long without me talking over it and stuff. And so I had like the matched third-party content, which is not a good thing to have. I mean, it's not gonna mess up your videos or anything, but it's just not a good thing to have on your on your channel if you do Let's Plays. So I really don't like to have that. So I took down that series, and actually like half of the videos ended up having to go because of that issue. So I ended up taking all those down, and I know some of you have been asking where they were. So we're just gonna go ahead and start from scratch with this thing, and we'll just, today's a new day, and we'll just kind of get this thing going. Now, The Sims Medieval, I believe, came out in March of 2011, I think it was, and then they did add one expansion pack called Pirates and Nobles that came out a few months later. Now, I do have the Sims Medieval Limited Edition, and which was kind of hard for me to get because I didn't get the Sims Medieval when it first came out because I hadn't started playing The Sims at that point, any Sims games at that point. So some of you guys know that I am a relatively new Simmer, and which means, Sims 3, Sims 2, Sims Medieval, just any Sims game. And I pretty much started playing like at the end of 2011, so I had to really scrounge around to try to find the limited edition, because if you have the limited edition Sims Medieval, then you get some extra content. So I really, I'm kind of one of those Simmers that I gotta have it all. Now, for those of you that don't know me, as I said, I am Sweet Nightingale, and I also do other LPs. I do Sims 3 and some Sims 2, and also a Sims 1 series. I have also done, had a look at, showed you guys a look at the Sims, what was it, Life Stories, I think it was? Yeah, the Sims Life Stories. Now, like the Sims Life Stories and Pet Stories and Castaway Stories and stuff, the Sims Medieval is a more of a structured, kind of a built-in story game, storytelling game kind of thing, and the game actually guides you through what you need to do. It's not more of a free play, whereas a Sims 3 and Sims 2 and that, it's more of a free play, kind of play the way you want to play it kind of thing. Whereas the Sims Medieval, it's more of a guided storyline, more of a structured thing where it tells you the tasks that you need to do, and you have to complete these quests. And how well you do on these quests depends on how well you do on the tasks that they give you to do, and that's going to be part of your kingdom score and all that. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get going. Now, we have to name this kingdom because we have to start a new kingdom. I've started a new game, so I'm going to call this Titania. And now, these are the castles that you can pick from. And there's another one over here too. These are the castles that you pick from when you start a new game. They want you to start out with a new monarch, I believe. So now with the limited edition, you get a couple more of the castles that you wouldn't get in the regular game. So with having the limited edition, I have a little bit more of a choice. Now, when I've done my series before, I usually start out with the queen. So this time we're going to start out with the king. And let's go ahead and let's see. Lair of Dark Sorcery. Let's do the Barbarian Stronghold. And yeah, always the starting funds is like 1,000 1,000 simoles. So we'll go ahead and do the Barbarian Stronghold, and let's go ahead and get going here. And we do have a loading screen. So now with The Sims Medieval, it's not going to take up as much. Let's see, how do I say it? It's not going to take up as much demand on your computer as, say, The Sims 3 does. Now with The Sims 3, there are a lot of expansion packs and stuff that you know, that's added to it. Same with Sims 2, although The Sims 2 also doesn't have as much demand on your computer. But with The Sims 3, there's some computers that just can't take it. So if you're looking for a Sims game that an older computer may be able to play, that's gonna run maybe a little smoother, I would go with The Sims Medieval. And it is fun. It's quite different than The Sims 3, but it's a lot of fun. I actually really enjoy it. So this is our castle, and we need to go ahead and it needs a new monarch. So yeah, we need to create a monarch. So okay, so what we need to do first off is we need to create a monarch. So we're gonna hit this, and let's go ahead and create we're going to go ahead and create a monarch. Now, there are some pre-made ones that you can actually play if you wish, but I like to make my own just because it's just because I like creating Sims. So I like creating Sims. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to have a king this time.
Quilga.
So we're going to call him let's go ahead and call him Titus. Oops. If I can type today. Titus Bracken. Titus Bracken. Okay, so here's going to be his voice.
Hemsit Jorgen.
And just see which one we want to have here.
Fergati Fel.
Prevail Dow Gem.
John Civet. Dochim.
I think we'll have this one here.
Corklin Barrel.
Yeah. We'll have this one here, this voice. Okay, so skin, body, and traits. Okay, so now the interface in this one is a little different than it is in The Sims 3, but okay, so this is going to be like the 5 o'clock shadow and stuff here. So we're going to just kind of we'll kind of just put that in the middle, I guess, like that. And age, we'll make him like a young king, I guess, you know. Body modifier, adjust body weight. Let's go ahead and make him kind of like that. And muscle here. We'll kind of put him like middle of the road, I guess. Now traits, they get 3 traits. We have to do, you get 2 traits plus 1 fatal flaw. You have to have them have a fatal flaw. So, let's see what kind of traits we want him to have. But eloquent, because, you know, to be a kind of a good monarch or whatever, you know, they kind of have to do a lot of speaking in that, and that's a really good one for your preacher to have, you know, your preacher. And then let's say dedicated. And okay, so we need a fatal flaw. Now, I'm not going to read all of these because as I'm going down here, you can kind of see this going on here. There's quite a few. Now, some of these obviously came with pirates and nobles. Weak constitution. You know, weak constitution is kind of like the medieval version of acid reflux. So a lot of times when they eat, they're going to puke it up. We'll go ahead and give him that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give him that. It didn't put it in here. Okay. Double click on it. There we go. Now it added it. Sometimes that happens to me. I don't know why. But anyway, let's go ahead and do some hair. We need to find something that's going to be kingly here. Okay, let's go ahead and give him like, give him black hair here. And then let's look for something kind of kingly. It takes me a little bit to create the sim, but, you know, do we have a crown in here? Oh my, look at some of these hats. Okay, yeah, so we need something kind of kingly because, you know, he is a king. Let's go ahead and give him maybe this one. Eyebrows. Oh my, those are some bushy eyebrows, let me tell you. Yeah, we'll keep him at that, I guess. Facial hair. Oh, do we want him to have any... I wonder if we need to have him have any facial hair. Maybe just sort of a little bit of, well, yeah, I think we'll have him be a clean-shaven king. Why not? Why not? And, okay, so looks. A lot of these faces are pretty subtle, like you're not going to be able to tell much of a difference. So I'm just going to pick something. We'll go ahead and give him those eyes, I guess. We'll give him, like, maybe this color. Yeah, give him some brown eyes there. Okay, nose. It's maybe that. Nose, mouth. I guess that'll do right there. Kind of a big mouth, but oh well. Makeup, none. Obviously, because we don't want him to wear makeup because he is a guy. Okay, so now we need some clothing. And we need to give him something that looks royal. Because he needs to look royal. Let's see.
Oh. Uh-huh.
You know, I guess we'll just give him something like that, you know. Why not? Why not? It kind of matches with his crown there, so. Alright, so here is our sim. Here is our king. So we need to go ahead and... So now we need to go ahead and look for a quest. Okay, some of these I remember because the first stages is the one that when you actually open the game up, this is the one that you actually have to go through, you know, to get things going. But there's things that we can do down here. So, quests. So let's do, how about let's do Power Grab? I don't think I've ever done this one. Everyone and then a king needs a solitary, every now and then a king needs to solidify his power lest it be wrenched from his grip. Public approval worked on a what have you done for us lately principle. Okay, it was time for Lord Titus to prove his divine right to rule by establishing himself once and for all as the true ruler of the land. Now, in The Sims Medieval, there is a lot of reading, and a lot of you that know me know that I do have a visual impairment, so my gameplay is going to be a little bit slower than probably the average person. And so with the reading, I'll do the best I can. You know, the print is kind of tiny. I'm not the greatest oral reader, so, you know, I don't want to see comments like, ow, you can't read. I really can read. I'm actually a very good reader. My reading comprehension is very, very high. But actually reading aloud, I'm not a very good oral reader, and the print on here is kind of tiny, so just, you know, I'm going to do the best I can. Long pauses and stuff will be edited out. But, you know, if you don't like the slower paced gameplay, if you're looking for somebody that's going to speed through it like Speedy McGreedy, then my gameplay style is not for you, and you will be sorely disappointed. So, you know, just be forewarned. If you like the slower paced gameplay, and, you know, if you like my more relaxed kind of style, then this is, you know, then I think you'll enjoy my Let's Plays. I don't do silly voices, and I don't, you know, act obnoxious or anything. So I just talk it through. I just kind of like to be more relaxed and all that. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue where we are. Okay, so, and here's just some more things here. Party requirements. So it just kind of gives a little bit more that you're supposed to be doing. Okay, every now and then again. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go ahead and pick this quest. And here we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and pause here for just a moment, and I'll show you what the castle looks like in just a minute. We have something to read here. But we have, normally we have 2 daily responsibilities that we have to do. And for the first day that they're going, you know, there's nothing for them to do. It's kind of freedom. It gives them a head start to get going on their quest. Now, let's see. Now over here are their moodlets, or their buffs. I guess I call it buffs in The Sims Medieval rather than moodlets. So we have Twisted Tongues. Titus is inflected with Twisted Tongueth. Okay, treat by visiting the physician. Gosh, you know what? It kind of means that he's got like a little disease and stuff. So, gosh, right away he gets a disease. Slightly unfocused. So, now over here, this is going to be their inventory. So if you actually buy items and things, this is what's going to show up in their inventory. This is relationships. So it kind of tells like who, you know, pretty much like how it is in The Sims 3. And then, oops, this is the inventory here. And then this is the Simology. So this kind of tells you about him and so forth. But this is the inventory, so like if you buy items and stuff. Now what you can do is you can actually furnish this castle yourself, should you wish. But I pretty much just choose to leave it the way the game puts it, and I'll show you what it looks like in just a little bit. But let's go ahead and read this. Building up people's confidence was not always easy, especially when they come from different cultures. But the king was ready for the challenge. Earning the respect of Titania's neighbors would increase Lord Titus's status at home. Okay, so now over here is what if I can talk today. Now over here, you know, this is the sim that you're going to be playing with, and up here is their quest performance meter. So this just kind of pretty much tells you how you're doing in the quest. Now over here is the task that they set you to do. So this is what you're supposed to do when you get that. So we have to view the political situation from the tactical map, which we'll go ahead and do that in a minute. So this is what you're supposed to do. This is the task that they give you during the quest. And if you do these in a timely manner, then you're going to do pretty well with staying focused in your quest. So let's go ahead and look at this castle right now. This is his throne room, as you can see. And you're not going to be able to do like a 360 rotation like you do in The Sims 3 because it's just not equipped for that. So here's where he's going to sit to do his thing. And over here, there's several rooms in this thing, so you'll be able to do your what you need to do in the castle. And as you go forward, the castle's going to expand. You're going to get more to the castle. So now this over here would be this over here is where they would make food. And then this over here is a little scribe table where they can sign their documents and write letters and stuff like that. Now up here is where he would go to sleep. This is the tactical map right here in this room, right next door to the little bedroom right there. And now in some of the other castles, they have it downstairs. So it's you have to kind of familiarize yourself with kind of where you're going. Now here is looks like some bookshelves and another table here to sit. They can read here. So anyway, now that we've seen all this, let's go ahead and go up to the tactical map, and we're going to go ahead and view the political situation. Let's go ahead and start time. Now this first episode may be a little long because I kind of like to explain a lot when I'm getting going here. Now this is the map of the kingdom and the surrounding areas and stuff here. So this is ours, and then like over here we have Crafthole, and then over here is Titania. So we have like we have like two neighbors over here. So these are these over here are the neighboring kingdoms, and you want to try to have good relations with them, because if not, you could end up with a war, and you're just your quests and all that aren't going to do so well. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Now next we're supposed to, and I'm going to pause here for just a minute. So we have to draw a Crafthole Invitation, and then we have to draw up Titania Invitation. So we have another little message, and it says, very interesting. I think focusing on my closest neighbors is a social strategy. I'll seek out the support of Titania and Crafthole. I shall invite leadership from both territories here to my home. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go down here, and I believe the scribe table was over here in this area. So we're going to go ahead and have him... Sometimes I hate not being able to do the 360 turns. So we're going to go ahead and draw up Titania Invitation first. And then we have to do the same thing for Crafthole. And you can speed things up with the speed keys and number keys, pretty much like you can with Sims 3 and Sims 2 and stuff. And I tend to do that like when they need to go from place to place and stuff. Now, I chose not to do the first steps quest because a lot of people, when they do a Sims Medieval Let's Play, that's what they do. And I did that with my old series. Ooh, and he's sneezing. So we need to draw up Crafthole Invitation. Yeah, he's got a cold. And we'll go ahead and read what it says. It says, the letter reads, Dearest Titania, it has been far too... Okay, it's just a general invitation. Yours truly, Lord Titus. So it's just a basic invitation of... what he needs to write. Now, as I was saying, I chose not to do the first steps quest because that's what a lot of people do when they start a Sims Medieval Let's Play. And I did that with my old series, and I thought you guys might like to see something a little different. So now he has to give assignment to Royal Advisor Julian. Okay, so and again, it's just another invitation that that we have to look for. So now we have to find, okay, here is Lord Julian, I believe. So, we do have some responsibilities to do today. So we have to sick a Parrot on the guild emissary, and we have to hear 3 petitions. So let's go ahead and go down, and we'll go ahead and I sometimes like to get the responsibilities out of the way first before continuing with the quest. But let's see if we can find this Lord, or not Lord, but let's see if we can find Royal Advisor Julian. Okay, so we have to go ahead and give an assignment. Now, a lot of times you get like the little tags here, which will clue you in on where they are. So, yeah. We'll go ahead and center on him. And then we'll go ahead and hear our petitions once we're done with this. Now, a lot of people just kind of go all over this castle. We go all over this castle, so you're going to find a lot of people everywhere, even in the bedrooms and stuff. Okay. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, and I know I paused to kind of read this a little bit, but otherwise it'll disappear. So it says, Royal Advisor Julian, I want you to collect our guests and ensure their safe arrival. Most importantly, I want you to keep your eyes and ears open and find out everything you can on them. I expect a full report when you return. Understand? So, yeah, that's telling him. Yep, that's telling him. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go to the throne here, and we're going to go ahead and hold court. See if we can get our petitions out of the way first. Hold court. And then our next step is to wait for Royal Advisor Julian to return with foreign diplomats. And he's got to hear 3 petitions, and then... Do we have, like, a parrot's whistle in our inventory or not? I think we're going to have to go and buy a... I think we're going to have to go... Well, maybe not. I think we just got to You go to where he is, and then I kind of forget like how you do the. I forgot how you do the parrot. It took me the longest time. It took me the longest time to figure out how to stick the parrot on the guild enemy. And one thing that you got to make sure that you do, because if you shirk your daily responsibilities too many times, they'll throw you in the pit with the pit monster, and I'll show you that a little bit later on. So it says, petition for the monarch. It says, Great One, the equipment we use to test witches is considered outdated and barbaric. I ask you to finance some upgrades so that our equipment may be new and barbaric. So I guess I still want barbaric, but it's better if it's new. How much is it gonna be though? Because we've only got like 1,000 simoles. Those witches are crafty. We can't give them the opportunity to blah blah blah. Okay, we can go ahead and finance it for 100. Let's go ahead and do it. Thank you, Your Highness. This will buy us many guards and blah 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 blah. So I think his popularity went up. And they get so bored when they're just sitting here. Yeah, but he's got to hear 3 of them. Hear 3 petitions. So somebody else needs to show. Now, over here are his needs. And he's got hunger and energy, which he's still doing pretty well. All right, come on, people. We'll put that on speed 2, and hopefully somebody will show. Okay, here's someone. Here's someone. Okay. Petition for the monarch. It says, my neighbor's pig broke into my yard and ate my cabbages. It's a cabbage disaster. I demand recompense for the 2 cabbages I lost. Recompense. Okay, so you got 2 choices. It says, okay, so it's cost $3. Dear me, how will the kingdom survive without those cabbages? Blah blah blah. Well, it's only going to cost 3 simoles, so let's go ahead and do that. And it says, I am most happy. The gold may replace my cabbages, but your actions have restored my faith in justice. Lord Titus's popularity has slightly increased. Okay. So depending on what choice you make, your popularity can go up or down or whatever. So we're going to put that on speed 2, and hopefully somebody else will show up here. Okay, come on. Put that on speed 3. We need someone else. Okay, here's our last one. Okay. Your Highness, the work conditions in the fields are deplorable. Your subjects work long, hard days. They are barely compensated, and morale is plummeting. Think we should give the workers a delightful fruit basket to improve morale. Okay, so it costs $50, so it says sounds good or says no way. So we'll go ahead and say sounds good. And okay, the monarch was pleased. Okay, so we have like 2 messages here. Very generous, Your Highness. With that much gold, we can even afford 5 grapes instead of the standard food. Okay, so his popularity has greatly increased. So it says the monarch was pleased to see that royal advisor Julian had returned quickly. It appeared that the invitations were accepted as merchant Princess Katrine of Tretany and Smithmaster Tegan of Crafthole both followed. By the looks of it, each had brought an additional guest. It was perfectly normal that they not travel alone, of course, but there are some things about strangers. More than ever, Lord Titus wished to hear the advisor's report. Okay, so our next step is we have to, okay, here's 3 things that we have to do. We have to welcome Smith Master Tegan, and we have to welcome Princess Katrine, and then we also have to listen to Royal Advisor report. But what we need to do is let's go ahead and figure out how to stick this parrot onto this guy here. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna go ahead and just talk to him for a minute here. Let's go ahead and just chat with him because we need to kind of get ourselves out there. Yeah, we need to get ourselves out there, and then we need to get this parrot on him. So I'm gonna put this on the fast speed so that we can get out there. Okay. Okay, so here is the emissary. I think we need to go buy a parrot. I think the only way that we can do this is if we go buy a parrot. So we need to go into map view and we need to find the market and go buy us a parrot's whistle because, yeah, I think that's how you do it. It took me the longest time to figure it out, and then now I kind of forget. I really do. Now what we can do here is there is a location thing here, and this is the easiest way to find where you need to go. So we need to go to the path to the village so that we can go to the markets. So we're going to do this again here. Path to the village. There we go. So we need to go to the markets. Go to the village shops. Because we need to get a parrot's whistle. So here he is. We're going to put that on speed 4 until he gets there. We'll shop for a few things. Now there are things in build and buy mode and stuff that you can get, like things for the castle, you know, things to make better food, and so maybe we'll go ahead and get a few food items and stuff. That way we can go ahead and, you know, cook what we need to cook. Because otherwise we're going to end up getting stuck with gruel, and yeah, that's never a good thing. Because it doesn't fill them up, it doesn't satisfy them, and yeah. So we're going to go ahead and we'll kind of just get some cheap things here. Let's go ahead and get fowl meat. How about 1 turbot? 1 cheese. We'll get some apples. We'll get some wheat. 1 barley. Okay, I think that's all the food that we'll go ahead and get. And because we gotta kind of be careful of our money. And we can go ahead and collect like things and sell, like, you know, the herbs and stuff, that like the little things that you can discover. Let's see, items. Oh, Amazon Parrot. Okay, let's go ahead and buy this. Although that's a bit of money, but we'll go ahead and do that. That way, hopefully that will help us to be able to do our responsibility. So let's go ahead and get out of here. And then we need to go ahead and find our... Okay, so we have another thing here. Titus rounded a corner of a busy village and almost ran over a young halfling wearing a moth-eaten and uncharacteristically grubby coat. Okay, so he extracted a beautiful lute from behind his back and drew near Lord Titus, whispering, "Like new, half price, what say you? We can either buy it or not." Nope, we're not gonna do that. Nope. Nope. So let's go ahead and Lord Titus obligingly looked over the lute and then gently handed it back to the homely half pint. Why not play this beautiful lute in the square and earned some money, eh? He countered. He stuck out his vile little tongue, and after aiming a spiteful glare... Okay, so after a glare, Titus's way scampered off into the dusty village streets. Okay, so not too much happened there. So we need to come back over here to the guild enemy here. So we're gonna go. We'll go ahead and chat some more with that person, and then we'll go ahead and whistle for the parrot, and then we'll sick the parrot on that. So that should work. We're gonna put that on speed 4 till he gets there. Right here. He's probably gonna start to get hungry and stuff here soon. Okay, so here he is. Oops. Sometimes this camera likes to get a little nuts here. Come on. I hate it when you do this. I hate it when you do this. Okay, so we've got to... Okay, so we need to go ahead and call the parrot. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so here we go. Now, we need to go ahead and sick this parrot on. Okay, sick the parrot on. And then it should give us our name here. Okay, so this should do it right here. Attack.
Gibet Pano.
Okay, let's see if this clears it. It should. It didn't. Yeah, it did. I think. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Okay, so that's how you do the parrot. Now, it's kind of best if you go to the village shops like right away and, you know, pick yourself up some food and things that you're going to need. So this parrot's going to end up costing you a bit of money, but it helps with the daily responsibilities. And so now that we've got that done and it's all cleared, we can go ahead and focus back on our quest at hand. And it's always best to go to the village shops during the day because at night you run the risk of getting mugged. So we need to go ahead and we need to welcome. I guess we can't do that until we get home. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and send him back to the throne room here, back to the castle, and then he can go ahead and get that done. And yeah, it's kind of starting to get a little hungry, a little tired, you know. We'll go ahead and go back here. So we need to go ahead and welcome. Actually, okay, so here are our little tags here. So we need to go ahead and welcome to Titania, this person. And then welcome to Titania. Go ahead and get that out of the way.
Yeah, Pharrell.
Okay. So it says, thank you for having us. I have brought along my trusted protector. I go nowhere without my most skilled bodyguard. Can't be too careful in this day and age. Am I right? So he's going to go ahead and do this.
Ribbithaunt. Barney's Inflay.
Okay, so it says, thank you for such a lovely invitation. It's lovely to see you. Please allow me to introduce my lovely spouse to you. Okay, so then we have to come over here and hear the report. Get detailed report. From Advisor Julian. And then I think maybe we'll make some food. Twisted tongues. Okay, yes, he is hungry. We're going to look at his buffs here. A job well done. Decorated and slightly focused. So it says, okay, so here is his report, and there's a lot to read. I studied them carefully just as you asked. I cannot believe that merchant Princess Katrine of Tredony's spouse came along. In fact, I cannot even believe that those two are married. Rumor has it that merchant princess Katrine of Tredeny is quite the randy dandy. Quite the randy dandy. Every cute young thing we passed on our journey had her eyes all over him. Not lots of nerves, that one. On the other hand, Smithmaster Tegan of Crafthole seems to be the consummate professional. I could observe no ill habit, nor hear any negative rumors. In fact, the only vice that Smithmaster Tegan of Crafthole seems to have is a weakness for sweet drinks. Oh, and Crafthole Protector Kelly, Crafthole Protector Kelly is usually within yelling distance in case of any troubles. A pretty heavy emphasis seems to be placed on general safety or personal safety. Okay, so we need to go ahead and have him make some food because he is getting quite hungry. So we'll come down here to our fireplace, I believe. So we need to get out of the way because we got to make some food. So we're hungry. I know, we're gonna fix it. We're going to fix it. Okay, so we're gonna now. When you make the food in the fireplace, all you can make is soup, but you can actually get a couple of other things. Like you can get a fire spit. You can get a wood fire oven, so you can make like roasted stuff and all that grilled stuff. So that's nice. So when we get a little bit more money, we'll try to do that. Now it says, well, how very interesting. The leader of Crafthole is a bit paranoid. That has a weakness for sweet food and drinks. The leader of Tredeny has seemingly low moral standards and is always on the lookout for the next roll in the hay. How can I best leverage this information to my advantage? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make some food because he is very hungry. Well, let's go ahead and have some turbot soup. We'll do that. I know, we're going to fix it. Now, he can't actually call for food. He can actually call for food, but we're going to go ahead and we'll just go ahead and cook it. We'll just go ahead and cook it and eat it. Yep. Very good. And he's getting kind of tired. I think we're gonna go ahead and we need to make a choice. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and choose Crafthole. And it says Smithmaster Tegan of Crafthole loves sweets. How will Lord Titus handle him? Okay, so here is like a drink thing and some food and stuff. Okay. Oh, poison. Okay, we don't want to poison. Treats. I'll give support by... Okay, let's go ahead and give him the treats, because if you... it's kind of interesting, like you can, depending on how you want to play your monarch or whatever, you can be really mean or you can be like really nice. So, I mean, even though this is guided, even though this is very structured, there are still choices that you can still do. Send off Royal Advisor Julian on errands. Okay, yeah, he's still sick. He's still sick. So we're going to go ahead and send on errands for Royal Advisor Julian. And then we need to go to bed because we're getting tired. Okay. I know. Maybe we'll go ahead and do a couple more, and then we'll go ahead and send him off to bed. Give advisor 50 simoles for shopping. Oh, we got to do this choice here too for Tredeny here. So it says, okay, so there's two choices here. I'll seduce the leader, blah blah blah. Merchant Princess Katrine of Tretany marriage has probably just run out of spark. I'll teach them some new tricks to rekindle the flame. We can do that rather than the seduction. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and give 50 symbols to Julian. And then I think we're going to go ahead on to bed.
Ah, Sharuchimesh.
Okay, so we have to become friends. We have to become friends with Tretany Squire Corey. And then we have to wait for Royal Advisor Julian to return. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and send him to sleep. I'm going to go ahead and send him to sleep right now, and we'll continue in the next part in the morning, and we'll continue the quest when he gets up in the morning. So, I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. I do really enjoy The Sims Medieval. I do. And it's very different. Like, if I want a little bit of a different kind of style, I go to this and, you know, just kind of have a little bit of fun with it. But I hope you guys will enjoy this series. And I'm going to, you know, try to keep this going as much as I can. Maybe we'll get through the Kingdom Quest. And if you guys want more, if I get enough views on it, and if you guys want more, we'll go through another Kingdom Ambition. And we'll just, you know, because there's a lot of gameplay that you can do in this game. I've not ever gotten to the very end of it. I really haven't. So you guys tell me what you think, and if you want to see this continue, and we'll go from there. So it looks like he's having a dream or something. How about, okay, yeah, I've seen this before. We'll go ahead and go with the night starts, or the night awaits. It says, sure enough, the song, okay, yeah, so choosing between whatever song. Sure enough, the song proved hilarious. You don't remember much of the lyrics, but the chorus was bawdy and ridiculous. Something about woohoo in a box. You woke up giggling. Let's see, you woke up giggling and considerably more upbeat. Okay, so we have good song stuck in head buff. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the part here. As I said, in part 2, we'll continue in the morning when he wakes up, and we'll get on with the quest. We'll see what our daily responsibilities are, and we'll see what happens. So you guys have a Simtastic day. Favorite and like this video. Subscribe to see more of this series, plus any of the other series that I do, which include Sims 3, Sims 2, and other things. And now leave a comment, tell me what you think, and we'll see you guys in part 2. Bye, guys.